Todd Young Online presents Young Tales. Tales for the young and the young at heart. Today's story, Bulfinch's Mythology, the story of Antigone. Antigone, born of the ill-fated union between Oedipus and Jocasta, had already endured the collapse of her family. Her father's shame, self-inflicted blindness and exile, her mother's death, and the rift between her two brothers, Edicles and Polynesius, which tore Thebes apart. She alone remained steadfast through it all, a figure of strength and loyalty in a world of ruin. After tending to her father in exile until his death, she returned to Thebes only to face more sorrow. The civil war between her brothers ended in mutual destruction, and her uncle Creon, now king, decreed that Edicles, who had defended Thebes, should be honored with burial, while Polynesius, labeled a traitor, should be left unburied, a fate worse than death in Greek belief. Antigone could not accept this. To her, divine law, the unwritten law of the gods that demanded reverence for the dead, was higher than any mortal king's command. I did not think your edict strong enough to overrule the unwritten laws of heaven. So she crept out at night to sprinkle the earth over her brother's corpse, a symbolic act of burial. When guards discovered her repeating the act and brought her to Creon, she proudly confessed, refusing to deny her crime and welcomed death as the price for honoring her brother. Creon, unyielding, sentenced her to be sealed alive in a stone tomb, a punishment meant to avoid shedding her blood directly, but no less cruel. As Antigone awaited death in her rocky prison, her betrothed, Haemon, son of Creon, pleaded with his father to show mercy. But Creon refused to bend, fearing that mercy would be weakness and that the law must stand above personal feelings. The blind prophet Tiresias, however, warned Creon that the gods were angered, that the birds of the city refused to sing, that the altars were defiled by the unrested dead, and that his stubbornness would cost him dearly. Creon, finally shaken, rushed to undo his decree, but too late. Antigone had taken her own life, hanging herself in her prison. Haemon, finding her dead, tried to kill his father and then turned his sword on himself. Upon hearing of her son's death, Eurydice, Creon's wife, also took her own life, cursing her husband as she died. Creon was left utterly alone, a broken man having lost everything through his pride. And here's where we end for today. Young Tales is produced and narrated by Todd Young from Todd Young Online. If you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe and join us next time for another story. Thank you for your support.